Hello, my name is Cheryl Balassone. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to my thoughts about Salem Lutheran and my experiences here. Let's see, I came to this church sort of in an interesting way. I was baptized Lutheran and grew up in the Lutheran church, but I never really, even as a child, we did not attend services every single Sunday. It was most of the time, but not always. When I moved away for work and moved back to the Maryland area and joined Christ Lutheran, Inner Harbor, when I returned, and really enjoyed it there. I met my husband and we were married there. And then just as time went on and I began traveling, that sort of went by the wayside. But all of these years, I had been really looking for another church that I thought really resonated with me. And I have been to many, many churches in many different denominations, always in the back of my mind looking for the place that felt comfortable to me, that felt right. And just as luck would have it, and I'd been by Salem before, but I had even said to my husband, that's a beautiful church, we should check it out sometime. And then it would be one of those kind of thoughts that I had. He happened to have an injury, a sports injury, and went to physical therapy across the street. And as luck would have it, he just happened to see that there was a sign saying that there were Saturday services, which is something I had often said. He's Catholic, and he goes to church regularly, and we enjoy the Saturday services there. And I said, I wish the Lutherans would do a Saturday service. I would like to try that. And so he brought that to my attention. And oddly enough, he had been praying that I would find a church that I liked, and I had been praying the same thing, but we really never had a real discussion about it. But it was just the perfect timing too, because it was something I really, really wanted. And it appeared at the right time, and I do not think that's a coincidence. I really felt like I was led to come to this church. And even from the minute I checked it out online, before we ever came here, I liked something on the homepage says something to the effect of, welcome to Salem Lutheran Church, all are welcome. All means all, regardless of your race, your gender, your sexual orientation. It was a very welcoming message, and I liked that. And I was not disappointed when we came to church that weekend, and it was just as I had hoped it would be. Every single person that we encountered from the time we walked in that door greeted us very warmly and welcomed us, and it was just such a positive experience. And we sat, Saturdays it's a smaller crowd. We sat sort of near the front, and Pastor Dave came in and immediately came over and introduced himself to us. It was just like, I felt like I'd known all these people my whole life. I just felt like I was meant to be here. And Bob my husband felt the same way. And like I said, he's not a member here, but he does attend church with me. So it was after we met Pastor Dave the first week, we came back, and we were very mesmerized with his message. We came back the following week, and Pastor Sarah was speaking, and I thought, my gosh, they have the most astounding ministers at this church that they're just. You could feel that, you can tell that their words come from their heart, that the message is so beautiful. It's not just from rote, which I've seen at many churches. Their sermons are really magnificent. So that was about a year ago. That was last August. And we knew right that way we would be back, and we were coming ever since then. I joined in February. And then as luck would have it, that was about a week later, then the pandemic struck, and since then we've mostly been attending virtually. There are lovely outdoor services. It's been a little warm, and I was not in the area for a bit, but that's another great option. And so it's an environment that I think it's just very welcoming. It's the best way I can put it. It's inviting and warm, and it makes you feel very close to God here, and not just the building. It's the people and the way everyone interacts. It's a very positive experience. It's better than I ever could have dreamt that it would be, to be honest with you. And through this pandemic, they have done a wonderful job with the virtual services, the online services. I've enjoyed those every single Sunday we tune in. And in fact, sometimes I watch them more than once, and particularly in the midst of the pandemic. The words were just so supportive and encouraging when I think everyone was feeling a lot of angst and sort of concern and not sure what was going to happen next. There was it was particularly comforting to me. It was really wonderful and very well done. And the music is perfect. And I can't say enough positive things about my experience.